Duncan Hilling. I was born in 1926. I lived at Fox and Holes, which is about a mile and a half, along Westfield Road, which was then called Hopsill Road. It was a small holding. My father worked in the colliery until it closed in 1932. I have memories of going to meet him. I would have been about 4, and he, with about 10 other miners, came past our house, and they always appeared to be singing because they all belonged at that time to Saundersfoot Male Choir, which had about 60 voices. We had 5 cows, lots of calves, a couple of pigs. We killed 2 pigs in a year, and you had to kill a pig when there was an R in the month. So the final killing date was April in the early part of the year, and then you kill the next one in September. So there would be roughly 6 months between the killing. The pigs would be about 15 score, which is about 300 pounds each, and that was your major source of meat for the rest of the year. It was salted and put into what was called a knoy. Knoy. I've never seen it anywhere else but in Pembrokeshire. And they were stored in the roof of our cottage. The cottage was quite small. We were 11 children. The boys slept in one bedroom, the girls in another with our grandmother, and our grandparents then slept in a room downstairs. But at the age of 14, each of our girls went out to service, which meant they lived with a family and worked for that particular family. As the younger ones came, then the older ones moved away, and there was a little more room. One of my favourite memories is haymaking time. And in Saundersfoot, the Cambrian Hotel, Jack Davies, who owned it at that time, was what you might call an entrepreneur. And he had horses and a mowing machine, and he did mowing for most of the small holdings around. This machine would arrive at about 4 o'clock in the morning, a lovely sound to hear, an ordinary horse-drawn grass cutter going through a meadow. Wonderful sound, and then the smell of the hay in the morning as you went off to school. Amazing. My father worked from there in Broome Colliery when Sponville's Quarter closed. Various other things around, as most of them did at the time. The mine would close and open and close and open. I remember him coming home very well. He would come home, of course, black, as they all did. There were no pithead baths, so we washed in a galvanised bath in front of the fire at home. We would be having a meal. We would discreetly face the other way while Father washed himself and dressed himself. But yeah, it was the accepted thing.